Hello, I'm George Miller, and this is Good Morning Oxnard, done weekly on Wednesday mornings with our hyper-local news. We have the honor of a very special guest this morning, IRENE Pinkard. A lot of you know that IRENE has been a city councilwoman, mayor pro tem, and also ran for mayor, unfortunately unsuccessfully. We can work on that problem.
Yes, we can.
In the future. And she's here to talk about some of her other private sector projects. Specifically, she's in charge of the Pinkard Youth Institute, and she has a very exciting new internship program done in conjunction with Cal State Channel Islands and the Oxnard School District. So without further ado, I'll let IRENE explain her program.
Okay. The Pinkard Youth Institute is a program that the Pinkard Youth Institute, is a nonprofit in which we have 3 programs. One of those programs is the internship program. And the reason we decided to do an internship program is because our youth are always looking for jobs in the summer, and a number of times they are not ready for work. They don't know what kinds of things are expected, how to communicate with the public, being on time, how to dress, just things that are basic to us that young people don't know, but they want a job. So our program will extend the opportunity for high school students, 10th and 11th grade, in the Oxnard Union High School District to apply to be considered for an internship, because we can only give 15 because we raise the money privately. This is our money that we are providing, and we only have so much. But we are able to get community businesses to agree to have them in their businesses. They are sometimes working with politicians. They can work with audio visual studios. They can also work with school districts. They can work with the golf course, the PAL Club. So there are different organizations that will take them who need young people to work with young people who have some kind of leadership skills. And what we try and do is provide them leadership skills and a week-long orientation before they go out to the site in which they will work.
I'm hearing several exciting things. First of all, it's music to my ears that this is not drawing upon public funds.
No,
it's actually private money that you've raised on your initiative and with the people that work for you. Secondly, that you're helping people create job hunting and job working skills. And third, that you're actually bringing people into actual work situations, which I assume are compensated?
Yes, they are. We give them a stipend. We don't pay hour for hour, but we give them a stipend, a weekly stipend. They have a weekly time card. They have to work from 12 to 15 hours a week to be able to earn the stipend, and they have to show up on time. They have to follow the schedule that has been given by the person that they're working for, and this will teach them responsibility. So we are very happy with the first internship program that we had last year. We had 10 students. We hope to add 5 more this year. And each year, hopefully, we can add more, but we're looking at no more than 25 students a summer. It's a 6-week internship program. And so
Who are the instructors for the program?
The instructors for the program, for the week orientation, would be myself and several of the instructors from the high school who have volunteered to come in and just talk to them about, and then some business individuals who come in and just talk to them about employment measurement skills, what they expect when people come in. And we do some money management. We have a money specialist. He's a vice president at a bank. He comes in, talks to them about money management, because if they're going to make money, they need to know how to manage it, and they need to know to start early to save. Then we have another specialist who's certified in anger management, who comes in and talks to them about anger management, because you may get upset with something that may happen on the job, and there's so many problems with people who get angry and act inappropriately when they do. So we want the youngsters to learn how to maintain their composure if something happens on the job that they don't particularly care about, and they can come back to the group when we have our weekly meeting to talk about what happened on the job and how they handled it and what they could have done differently, or if they handled it appropriately at the time.
This sounds terrific. Why do you suppose this is not in the regular school curriculum?
We have so many things that are required of instructors in the curriculum that they don't have time to do the things they did for you and I when we were in school. The pressure is on for the faculty to make sure students reach specific measurements. And I think we are so focused on students reaching specific milestones academically that we forget some of the personal things that they need to know to even make that a reality.
This sounds like a real equalizer to me, to bring people up to speed, to get them into the job market, and make them more competitive.
I think so, and that's why we started it, because I think that a number of businesses have said young people are not prepared to go out to the workplace. We can't do anything with the youngsters you send us. They're not employable. And I kept hearing that over and over again. And then I talk to young people all the time, and they tell me, I can't find a job. I'm looking for a job. And then I said, well, what did you do? Let me see your application. How did you dress? And I'm appalled at the applications I see and how they went to look for a job. And I said, someone needs to talk to these kids about how to go looking for a job and what is appropriate dress, what is appropriate language. You can't use text on an application. And our young people are so into the electronic age that they still think filling out an application with text message language is appropriate. And that won't go with a person who's looking for someone with writing skills. Regardless to what you do on a text and on a telephone, people are still looking for individuals who can write.
Sounds like these skills could be used by a lot more than just the 10 or 15 people you're putting through the academy now.
Yes, it could be used by a lot more, but this is all we can afford.
Yeah. How can something like that be scaled up to the proportions that are really needed in the community?
I think it could be scaled up by actually having a real academy, career academy for youngsters on employability skills. That did nothing but work with young people on what is needed to go out for a job, orienting them over a period of time, because we could use that on an everyday basis. There's a young lady who's a friend of mine who's teaching manners, just how to eat, what you do with the forks and spoons on the table, because you know most of our kids are fast food eaters now. They don't use a fork or a spoon or knife. They don't go out and dress and go to a nice restaurant with a tablecloth. So when they go somewhere and they see all the knives on the table, they're just kind of looking at them, wondering what to do. So she started Manners Matter. And that will be used in our internship program, because I want her to come in during that orientation when we go out to lunch, so she can talk to them first about how to eat, what the forks and spoons are for, how to let a lady sit down for the gentleman, and then have them practice by going out to lunch. Because you don't know when an employer will want you to go with them where there is a dinner involved or a lunch involved, and you don't want to embarrass your employer by not knowing how to handle yourself in those
What are the
environments.
biggest challenges you had establishing and keeping this program going?
Well, we're only 2 years old. The biggest problem I had probably was getting my nonprofit status. That took a long time. That was the most challenging. Getting the board of directors, that was not a problem. We have people who have known us over the years and have known our work with youth, so that wasn't a problem. They were ready to come on board and help us out in any way they could. The other is just to raise money and then having people see us as a nonprofit instead of individuals who have been helping youth. Because if you've been helping youth all along, when you bring it into an organized environment where it has rules and regulations, then people see you differently. They see you as competing with something they're doing and not just something that you're doing as a community person.
Tell us how people can learn more about the program, how they can sign up for it, and how they could donate and contribute to it.
Okay. We have a website, let me say that, Pinkard Youth Institute, www.pinkardyouthinstitute.com.
Spell that out for people because they're watching on camera.
Okay, Pinkard Youth Institute, PinkardYouthInstitute.com. It's all one word, all lowercase, www.pinkardyouthinstitute.com.
Is there a phone they can call too?
There is a phone number, 805-988-2426. And we're at Post Office Box 52211 if you want to send something in. We do have PayPal on the website. You can contribute through PayPal or you can call the phone number. That is how you can get in touch with us, PinkardYouthInstitute.com.
Okay, any other closing comments?
We're looking for businesses who are willing to take young people who are trying to learn how to be good employees, so we will have good workers in the future. So if you are available to take 1 or 2 interns, I will pay for them. All you have to do is contact me at 805-988-2426. You won't be disappointed.
I don't know about you, Oxnardians, but I think it's a great idea. Thank you very much, Mrs.
Thank you for the interview.